Morning, everybody. Sorry I stayed a little late. Started a little late. 8:18 a.m. It's August 9th. The market did what I possibly said would happen yesterday. The futures market broke the 50-day simple moving average, but then it couldn't hold below it, and then it caused basically a V bottom recovery. So sellers could not sustain it below that. So that is not bearish. Okay, that's not bearish at all. That's basically like, hey, that's as far as it's going to go for now. We were told it was shut off. That doesn't mean that we can't go lower. It just means that sellers could not keep it down there, right? So that's very important to note. I just wanted to mention that. And without further ado, welcome to my channel. My name is Steven Gonzalez. I use volume profile, market profile, supply and demand, gamma exposure levels, the most traded price of the rolling week and the rolling month, to come up with scenarios in the market. Stay on the right side, not have price fool you, right? Because price is definitely a seductress, a temptress, definitely can fool you, get you excited, get you upset. So that's what we try to do here with this channel, okay? And if you enjoy what you're seeing, hopefully you subscribe. You can set an alert. That would mean a lot to me. Okay, as always, if you like the content, you can give me a thumbs up. That's always helpful. Of course, you could always follow me on social media on Twitter at Gonzo719. Now, of course, we can get right into the watch list. All right, so crude is at an interesting place here. Okay, crude is at a key, it's breaking a key resistance level, a huge resistance level. Now, election year coming up, right? This oil could really hurt the CPI number. I've been talking about this, okay? So, the headline CPI is slated to come in above. Last was 3. They're counting on 3.3. Okay? Now, let's get in some of these numbers. 10-year yield is up 0.2. Bonds are being slightly sold. Okay, Nasdaq's up 0.16, ES up 0.15, Ether's up 0.13, the Russell's up 0.13, Dow's up 0.08. The dollar's flat, bonds are flat, gold is down slightly, Bitcoin is down slightly, silver is down 0.1, and the VIX is down 1.38. Okay, so we had a large move down early on, came down, but could not sustain it, right? That's what I was talking about before. So let's move over into stocks I like to day trade. This one I like to see, Baba's reporting earnings tomorrow before the open, and it's getting some love today. Okay, it's already up at 96. Um, so I'm liking what I see there. Snow. Snow went all the way down, I believe, to its 200-day moving average. Um, but that's a very volatile stock. Okay, that has earnings coming up. I don't think it's this week. Maybe I could be wrong. I think it's next week. Yeah, next week. Not even next week, August 23rd, right? Now, the main thing about Apple, I talked about it yesterday. I said, watch Apple between 177.50. If we break that, the market was going to probably sustain lower. We didn't. That's where we kind of around there found support. And then the whole market rallied. All right. And Apple actually broke 180, which was a key resistance level. Okay. It didn't close above it, but it's past it now. So that's very big for the market. Okay. Um, Tesla is up. 250 is a key level in Tesla. right? All right, and coin. I had a day trade in coin yesterday, small profit. However, I did put like a swing position in options, so I think I put a call vertical on for 30 days out, and then I did a broken wing butterfly on the put side, targeting like the 50-day moving average. So we'll see how that works out. In coin, I really like coin setup. I like that Bitcoin is hanging around that 30K. I like that if inflation goes higher, last time when inflation like was going, Bitcoin actually did act as a hedge. So I'm hoping coin can follow suit. Um, Now we have a lagger is Nvidia. Okay, that's really the only lagger. Okay, moving on. It's top sector stocks. Disney reports after the close today. Now they just got a big, nice boost because they acquired Penn Gaming, or not acquired them, but like Penn is a sports betting, and now ESPN is going to replace Barstool Sports. So that's nice revenue. Okay. Um, Obviously, energy, Exxon and Chevron are getting the love for crude. Okay. Now we go to laggard. Qualcomm has gotten a downgrade. UPS has gotten a downgrade. Okay. Roblox reported, and I'm assuming they missed because they're down 8.32%. Um, let's see. There we go. Roblox shares are trading lower after the company reported worse than expected quarter 2 financial results. So Roblox can't get out of its own way right there. Okay. All right, moving on. Two sectors. Going to be no surprise. The leader is energy. That's really the only one to speak of. There is no laggard here. Okay. No laggard to speak of. Okay. Now, we can go into some news. Let's see here. There's really no news today that to speak of coming out that I would call impactful. Okay, so we're going to go to tomorrow. Now, tomorrow, that's where we have the core. Okay. Now, I want to show you guys what I'm talking about here. So, um, inflation rate. This is the headline number, right? This is the number pretty much everybody watches. So previously we were 3%. The consensus is an uptick for 0.3. Okay. So they're expecting it to go higher, mostly because of oil and gas price, right? Oil and obviously gas prices going higher. Okay. So now if we go hotter than that, that will be a problem. But if we go in line with that, I think the market's expecting a rise, right? When we have initial jobless claims. So that's for tomorrow. All right. Now, ESPN, this is the thing I talked about. Inc.'s partnership, sportsbook partnership with Penn Entertainment. Obviously, Disney owns ESPN, so that's going. Chinese consumer inflation shrinks, so we're still talking about China not getting its footing. Okay, that's something there. Let's see here. Not much news to say here. I think that's pretty going to cover the news. Datadog got a downgrade. That's another one. Okay, show you quick downgrades and upgrades here. So you can see DraftKings upgrade, Eli Lilly upgrade, a lot of Coupang, Datadog downgrades, Qualcomm, like I talked about, Shake Shack, UPS got 2 downgrades. That's really it. Alright, so I'm going to switch it up a little bit on how I analyze and show you guys the indexes on the daily chart. Sometimes I think it gets a little lengthy, so I'm going to try to shorten it a little bit. Alright, so I'm going to show you the chart. I've showed the stocks, but now I'm going to show it with the indexes here. Because this is just easy. I can see everything in one shot here with you guys. Okay. So this is the SPY. Okay, so what did we do yesterday? Now remember, just real quickly, orange means previous week's highs and lows. Whites are the months, previous month's highs and lows. And then the previous month, and then the previous month. So I can see every week and every month on this daily chart, right? So, I don't have to go to the weekly chart anymore to show you that, or the monthly charts. You can see them here. Okay, so we pushed through last week's lows, and then we got bought up. So we kind of broke a little bit of the balance area, and then we closed right in the middle. Okay, right at the middle. And we look at that, the high. Wait, that doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem right to me. For some reason. Why doesn't that seem? I don't think we closed in the middle of the session yesterday. Wait a minute. That's saying it's. Because right now we're at 449. Is that a wrong bar? Let me look at SPX. See, SPX closed at the highs, right? I don't know why it's showing the SPY closed here. I don't think that's right. Real quick, let me just check something real quick. Because this is like, what the heck's going on here? So this is yesterday's session, right? Closed up here. Opened here. Closed up here. Now this is futures, so. Opened here, closed up there. That's very interesting. Unless I'm totally, I didn't get the most sleep last night, so that's very interesting. And maybe I'm going nuts, but I don't think we went all the way up here and then closed lower. I don't remember that. This bar I think is wrong. Anyway, I don't want to spend too much time on that. We can look at the SPX. Let's just do that. Because that, to me, looks like what we did yesterday. Okay, same stuff. SPX, SPY, just different numbers. Okay, so what do we do? Well, now look, thank God, I have a nice trend line here that we lifted off of on the SPX. Okay, so that's what we did. Couldn't basically go lower. That's really what I wanted to show. Okay, let's look at the Qs. There we go. That's more of an accurate representation of what happened. Alright, so we have a trend line too, right? What did it do? It hit the trend line in the Qs, right? Now in the futures, it hit the 50-day moving average. It didn't quite do that in the Qs. Okay? But look at that big wick down, and we closed right there. So we tried to break, we broke last week's lows, came all the way down to this trend line, almost hit the 50-day moving average, and like just said, nope, nope. And where are we at now? 372.80 basically, 372.80. So we're right at the highs of yesterday. Now, could it fall apart? It could, but this basically was like, no, we're not going lower. Nope. Right? So this is last month. We're still within inside last month. Okay, there's last month's lows. Okay. However, notice the previous month. This is June. This is June's highs. We're right there. Okay. Moving on to the Dow. Here's the Dow. Okay, now healthcare had a nice little push up yesterday. Okay, so look at the Dow. Look at that Dow. So, what did the Dow do? So that the Dow, look at that. The Dow opened there, went all the way down to what? Last week's lows. Then got bought up and closed all the way up here. Okay, that's a nice buying excess in the Dow. All right, well within last month's lows. Right, so just stronger. Right, this is the previous week's highs and lows. We're above those. So Dow's looking good. Let's look at the Russell. Now the Russell's been killing me with that bank news yesterday. Killing me. Came all the way down here. All the way down here. Right? This is last week's highs and lows right here. Opened there and just sold off, but then had a big and closed right at those lows. Whereas the Russell now 193.60. It's gapping up. Back inside this range. Crazy. It's like right inside this range. Now this could really hurt these shorts. I'm hoping it does. I'm really hoping it does. See, it's crossed the 20, crossed the 9 EMA. Okay, so very interesting, right? Okay, so this is last month's highs and lows right there. That's the highs and lows, and we got last week's highs and lows. Okay, so now we're still within last week's candle. Very, very interesting, right? Now let's move on to the 10-year yield. Triple-headed monster. Okay, so here's the 10-year yield. So it's bonds are probably being bought right now. Yes, they are. So 10-year yield is, can it drop below 4? It did yesterday. If it starts, it could see if it could drop down to 3.9. Okay, there's last week's highs and lows. We're within that, right? Here's last month's highs. That's last month's highs and lows. So you can notice we broke that, right? But then that's the last week's highs and lows. We're within that. Okay, so keep an eye on this 10-year yield. It's very important. Let's go to the VIX. So the VIX, look at that. It made a high of 18, 14 yesterday. Went all the way up here. Broke this resistance. But now look, all the way back down to 15.6. You break 15, well, the market's probably going to start moving higher again. Okay, let's look at the dollar. Here's our dollar. Here's last week's highs and lows. We're within last week. Okay, double bottom here, and the dollar is just in this range. Okay, the dollar is just in that range. Now, real quickly, we're going to go and look at some charts here on some FANG stocks. Okay, I just want to show you certain levels. Okay, Amazon's very strong. Okay, but let's look at, like, I just wanted to show you Apple. And again, I showed this yesterday, the 100-day moving average, June's lows. People are gonna look, and that's what happened yesterday, to buy it. It's got a big sell-off. Okay, so we can see the percentage from the highs. Let's go down to the low at one point. Where's my data for that? Data. There's a data box floating. That should give me a percentage. Oh, why am I missing that? Percentage. Maybe it does it when I... Oh, you know what? It's doing it. It's doing it right there. No. Why is it not showing me? Anyway, it's moved down a lot. I don't have to tell you the percentage, okay? Tesla broke the 50-day, right? Now kind of holding here under this big support here. So these stocks have had a big correction. Netflix came down to the 50, got bought up. Now it's consolidating, right? Google has great earnings, so it's holding this level up here. So that's pretty strong. Meta, still strong, right? Only's hitting the 20. So this is looking stronger for the market. Microsoft, this has gotten hurting pretty bad. Now look at Microsoft below the 50-day, not quite at the 100. But again, my monthlies, last month's lows were right there. Previous month's lows, we're still holding it. That's where we went down to yesterday. Last month's lows. The previous month's lows, I'm sorry. That would be June's lows. It hit it yesterday, got bought up. Understand what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. This is a pullback. It's quite a pullback. Is Microsoft going to now fall out of bed and go all the way to the 100-day moving average? I don't think so. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I'm just saying you got a pullback now in a lot of these stocks. Nvidia is holding strong here. I mean, yeah, did it go across the 20? It did. But look at this support level right here, around 440. Okay, just showing you guys that. All right, now we can move on. Just wanted to show that. Think about that. People who want to buy the dips, institutions for the last year to have their numbers right. So it's just important to look at that stuff. It makes your mind change and go, is that a good viable pullback? And people think we're in a bull market again. Yes, it is. It doesn't matter what the economic doing. You know, Wall Street and Main Street don't always match up. Okay. Now let's just get right into the ES. We're gonna knock this out here. Okay. All right. Now, what we're back to a balanced profile. Okay. And where we at? Most traded price 45.25. Price is right here 45.29. No surprise that the price is right around here. It's no surprise because guess what? Market tried to go lower, and look, it couldn't fill the gap. This gap did not get filled. It hit a demand zone and then broke these lows. But guess what? Market said not so fast. So that's a look below and fail, basically. And most times you go back to the other end. If you couldn't go lower, you're going to go back to the other end. Okay? So we got a balanced profile. We're right at the most traded price of the week. No surprise. Okay, let's look at inventory. Well, we have a very poor low here. Oof. Shorts got very poor location overnight. So they tried to short right here and got stuck. They got stuck there. So that's the only short activity. This is all long. But no edge. We're in the middle of the session. Right at the most traded price of the week. Now, yes, it is a gap. It's a small one. But you're just in a weird spot. Because, like, you couldn't go lower. You were able to move all the way up here. You're holding these highs, which is bullish. But we have supply, monthly VWAPs, bunch of stuff above us. Okay? Just a very choppy area. But what's going to happen is we're definitely going to go here or here. It's called an inside out trade. It's basically you're going to go somewhere above or below. We're in balance right now. Not a lot of edge to that. So this level is going to be the key of what we do today. Okay, so let's look at yesterday's highs, yesterday's lows, overnight high, hit monthly VWAP to the tick. Got very, very poor low in the overnight. Very poor low. Just to show you that you should see a triple bottom in half-hour bars here. Right there. You see the quadruple bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4 times it tried to get lower. And it couldn't. And boop, moved up. Okay. Now, if that gets revisited, I mean, if we come up here and come down back here, push through that, wow, well, then, that's probably going to get some excursion through that. Okay. So, let's go for the bullish case here. So, we're going to use that level that I just talked about. So, it's a little rougher here because you're at the upper end of like a little bit of the balance here. So, you really just want to see the market hold above this most traded price of the week. Now, you're going to have a little issues in the supply, maybe not though. So if you do break monthly VWAP, hold it, we could see a move up to the 20-day simple moving average. Okay. The also move is come down here, break that poor low in the overnight, and then you start to hold, come across here, and you can do that. Now, if we were to work our way down here again, I don't know if you get pulled. I don't know if you come all the way down here back to demand, you get buyers again. That would shock me a little bit. Okay. Let's talk about bearish, right? So, a couple things can happen. Move up into supply, into the monthly VWAP, the 90 EMA daily, and then you start getting these lower highs. Then market could come and test the most traded price of the week. If you fall below that and hold, you're going to break the poor low, and we should start making our way back. Possibly the most traded price of yesterday, or try to fill that gap. Now, keep in mind, the market might just be waiting for CPI as well. So a big move might happen, but every time I say that, it seems like it does. So that's just the bearish scenario, okay? And that really would wrap up the ES. So that was the ES. Okay? Now we move on to the NASDAQ. NASDAQ is not gapping up. Okay? Let's look at our levels. We have a big, now let's make this a little smaller here. Okay. So, prices here. Okay. We're within the highs of yesterday. All right. Now you can see a very balanced profile. And we broke a huge support level yesterday in the Qs. Look at that support. Boom, broke it. Broke the 50-day simple moving average on the daily, right? Couldn't hold below it. Even though the most traded price yesterday was here, we still wound up pushing back into range. Back into range, okay? That is bullish. The market said we can't go lower. So what do you think the shorts from all here are going to do, right? That's why this works. We got a very balanced profile overnight, not a lot of edge there, okay? We have an inventory that is only this much short to this much long. However, that doesn't matter. We're in the middle of the range, okay? So what do we have to look at? Well, we have a weak high here, okay? So this lines up with supply. Now this is a great confluence here, what makes it a weak high. So we got overnight highs, most traded price of the week, a naked VPOC, all right here. Okay, all right here. So now we know we have some sellers coming off the overnight highs. So if the market is to go and test this and boof, break this supply, hold it, this could fuel the move to at least the top, the 90 EMA daily, the monthly VWAP, and then possibly into this supply. So that's a very key level, and that level is like 154.20, the most traded price of the week. If you break that with the overnight high, like I said, with the most traded price of the week, you're gonna probably get shorts on their tails, and they're gonna start to cover. Okay, so let's talk about some plays today, right? Same kind of deal, but this is just better levels, my opinion, in the Nasdaq. Okay, better levels. So I'll go over a bullish scenario. I can see us move down. Okay, now to the bottom of this balance, which is almost the 50, the simple moving average. If we don't make it down here, start making higher lows, this could again be the fuel. And if it pops above this, holds it, we're probably going to go here to here. Okay, that's what I see. Okay. Now, as far as bearish, same thing. Not same thing, but like the same thing could happen. We can come down here. I don't see it just going up. I see market moving up, testing this supply. And now, if you can't get through this, you can't hold above it, and you start to come under it, making lower highs, you are going to go to the overnight low, take out that, and you're going to test this 50-day simple moving average again. Now, this would be something if it broke that and went back to the most traded price of yesterday and tested yesterday's lows. That would be something else. Okay, you could always as well come up here, all the way up here into the supply and roll over as well. But this is what I would really like. This is the barometer right here. You hold above it, you go higher. You hold below it, you go lower. That's really it. That's as much like for that I have to really say for those scenarios to work out. All right, hope everybody understands that. Hope it's easy to see. Okay, and I'll leave you guys with one last chart. Here we'll go back to sectors. Okay, I just want to show you guys some sectors. Specifically the weekly. Specifically the 10-week EMA. And this is only after the week is done. I just want to show you guys something. This has been supportive right now, and let's see healthcare, right? Last week closed below it, now we're above it, right? It's just a good barometer. discretionary. Look, couldn't hit it last week, bounced off of it, right? Industrials hasn't touched it yet. Basic materials bounced off it. It's a very important level. We've already saw healthcare, bounced off it, right? Real estate, it bounced below it. Technology, this is a big one, right? 28% of the S&P. Look at this. Last week held it. This week broke it and closed at it. If this holds, this could be the fuel. Okay? The communications is strong. Meta, Google, Netflix, strong, right? Hasn't tested it yet. Semis, another one. 10-week EMA, right here. Look, it hasn't seen that since here. Okay, big support level for 152.29. Utilities has gotten weak, and look, it's under it, right? Staples, right there. It's just a great gauge. Look at energy. Energy was closed below it, closed above it, closed above it, closed above it. It's all about the close of the week, okay? And financials, still all above it. Just wanted to leave you guys with that, okay? That's a very good, easy thing to look at to see what's on the right side of that market, okay? As always, subscribe, set an alert if you haven't already. Give me a like if you like what you saw. That would help me out. As always, you can follow me on Twitter at Gonzo719. So hopefully everybody sees the plan. Okay. Today should be, like I said, I don't expect much, but CPI coming tomorrow. But I said that before, and then a move happens. Okay. Then a move happens. So I'm really watching coin. Now I have that trade on a coin already. Coin is already up 1%, which I'm loving. Bitcoin is just caught a bid. It just went above 30,000. So Bitcoin is moving. And I saw something yesterday on Unusual Whales that they said it's not a matter of if the BlackRock ETF or the spot Bitcoin ETF is coming. It's when. That dropped yesterday. So all that with coin coming down, getting that nice buying excess, I put that trade on yesterday. Okay? So I'm using that broken wing butterfly, to finance my call vertical in coin. So I only have 9 days left on that expiry, and then that will pay for the trade. Okay? Beauty about the broken wing butterfly is you make money 3 ways. So it's a beautiful, if you ever want to research it, it's really a put ratio, but then I reduce my margin risk by adding the wing. And I know I'm talking advanced options right now, but I just really love it because you make money if the market never comes down to like 77 or 75, I think I have it on. I get paid the credit, right? But if next Friday, I believe, if coin happens to come down there slowly, I make even more money because I have a long vertical too. So just very cool. One day I'll go over that. I mean, it is advanced, so but it's just pretty cool way to trade, to put a hedge on like that. Okay, I could always roll it, whatever. All right, so everybody, we got our plan today. I'm gonna go and look at some stocks that I want to trade today, and then wish everybody good luck. Stay green. I'll see everybody tomorrow.